Hello guys, DJParson here, and once again I'm back for another video. We are still playing in the World Championship 2024. I'm currently still in the tournament. We are on stage 6 of 8, so a couple more stages if I manage to survive this one. I didn't show too many games from the last one, but I was not able to win in the last round in the upper bracket, so now I'm down in the lower bracket, but there are a lot of lower brackets and only one upper bracket, so to advance to the next round I will have to win this group. Each group has 4 players, and we will see how many games I can show you. This first one, a 4-player game, so let's hop right in. This very first game that we played, you can see my whole group. As I said, these 4 players are with me in that lower bracket group. MBB Chess, Grotz, Fourier, and then myself. I'm on the last position here. MBB Chess has the first one. He took Engineering Genius, and we can take a quick look at the overview, what we have in store for us here. But in 4 players, it's not super important. Just a couple of things to look out for. There is Bach, we have Darwin, Nobel, Genghis Khan, Joan of Arc. We have no Suez Canal, so colonies maybe not quite as important. We also don't have Cook, so yeah, probably not a great colony game here, at least for the late game. And then in that late game in H3 we have the Red Cross, we have Mandela, Chaplin, no Pierre though, so let's get rolling here. We see Hammurabi taken by Gross. And then I guess Fourier can take 3 cards, gonna go for Homer, and that Colossus as well as Cultural Heritage. And then for me there's a Wonder left, but if I take this Wonder, I wouldn't be able to take 2 more cards. So I decided to just take 2 of the best cards I want. I could have gone Hanging Gardens and Confucius, I guess. But I decided to go for that Rich Land and Hippocrates and leave that Hanging Gardens. It's not one of my favorite wonders, especially in 4 players. It's very likely that you get that one destroyed in the end and lose those happy faces. We get Confucius from MBB Chess, and he will take that combi, Confucius and Hanging Gardens. Has that Engineering Genius as well. Grotz is gonna take Stonehenge, elect Hammurabi, build a mine, and increase pop, so the usual stuff. And then Fourier is gonna build a mine, increase pop, go for the Homer, and play his Cultural Heritage. So first turn shenanigans, nothing too exciting happening. Hippocrates for me, build that mine with the Rich Land, increase pop, and then I can take the Acropolis, and I will do that. It's the last HA Wonder we have, so we'll take that and not go wonderless. Development of Planning from Chess. We will take a look at what that gives us as far as the options go. Settlement, Civil Life, Agriculture, so probably Settlement. The good part about Settlement is you get, well, basically 2 food and the civil action as well, because you don't have to increase population to 1, so 1 CA and 2 food is pretty okay. Iron grabbed by Grotz. He can go for that quite quickly because he has the Stonehenge, so a nice start for him. The Stock by Frugality aren't the greatest cards. He will still pick up both of them. Alternatively, maybe he could have, I guess, not that many great cards on the deck. So he takes 2 HA yellow cards. Development of Crafts open next by Fourier. He's going to take Alchemy and Gutenberg, as well as building the first stage. So of course it would have been great to use Gutenberg to grab that Alchemy, but then he couldn't get rid of Homer. He couldn't keep Homer, so to speak. So he first has to finish the Colossus. So that's probably his plan. Next turn finish the Colossus and then go for Gutenberg. For me now there is an H1 leader, but I don't want to go for Genghis Khan yet. Especially not without a Knight's Tactic. But I will push and we get the development of trade routes. We'll build a lab, increase population, grab the breakthrough for 1 civil action, that's pretty good, and grab another urban growth. I could have also built 1 stage to be civil action efficient, but with that Acropolis I can build extra urban buildings, and with that this urban growth is quite good. So I decide to take that. 2 cheap H1 yellow cards early on. Seems pretty great to me. Development of markets opened by Chess, who has enough science to go for Code of Laws, but he also has a lot of food. Look at that food, crazy. 9 food. Can he get rid of corruption here? Can build 1, build another one, and actually he will have corruption and lose 2 food. Still sitting there with 9, and remember, he can get even more. When he finishes the Hanging Gardens, he gets 2 more food. So yeah, maybe a little bit too much here. He still has decided not to increase population again, so he's not consuming any food, so he's getting +2 every turn. If you don't spend any with that, this is what will happen. Crots now can go for that iron, upgrade 1, 2, can use the stockpile. No, increase population instead and builds 1 stage. Could have also decided to get that last upgrade here. But this is a strong start for him. Super early iron. Korea now will go for Colossus and then do exactly what we thought. Goes for Gutenberg, builds 1 extra lab with Gutenberg, increased population, and grabs that copy of iron. Great part for me is Monarchy is gonna stay on 1. So that doesn't get denied, so I can grab that cheaply, especially great with my Acropolis. I will push once more and we get the development of politics. I have quite a lot of tactics and 2 defend or colonization cards. We'll finish that Acropolis, grab the monarchy, build 3rd lab, so going up to 3 science production, and then next turn again get the cheap monarchy, maybe even build an extra religion or something, maybe even paired with Joan of Arc. So build 1 religion, go for Joan, and then that monarchy will only cost 4 science. So I'm gonna get a very cheap monarchy. I decided to keep both of these tactics. I still might get those knights. I think still 3 copies in. Yeah, 3 copies of knights. So keeping this tactic is pretty good. If I don't get the knights, I want to have the option for the legions. So I decide to discard both of my colonization cards. And Chess is going to open the last development of, and it's going to be the one of science. So 2 more science for everybody. I guess now, yeah, he's going to go for that Code of Laws and maybe start increasing population a bit. 1, 2, 3 times in 1 turn. And then he grabs Columbus. Okay, okay. Also building 1 warrior, showing the fighting band. So he's going to be the 2nd strongest for now. Grots is the weakest. I don't think he will push then. No, he grabs knights, will develop them, can build 1, maybe show the medieval army. Not yet. Grabs alchemy, so no army, but he's still up to 3, so I'm the weakest now. Let's see if Fourier will push, which is pretty likely. And then we see what he will push out. It's going to be knowledge of the ancients, so 2 exos science for us. We will take that gladly. And then Fourier can go for the alchemy with Gutenberg and also that iron. Grabs Bread and Circuses as well and reserves. Shows his tactic. It's going to be the phalanx, but he is missing the knights. Still going to be the strongest for now, thanks to that Colossus. And then I, of course, will not push. I will build that extra, or that 1 religion, go for Joan of Arc, and we will be able to get this monarchy. Oh, even going for theocracy. I mean, that's interesting. I definitely want to stay strongest here. I think I have pushed 1 card here. I think the signs here are still wrong. I'm pretty certain I pushed 1 card. I think it was the border conflict, so know that's in the deck somewhere. And with the theology, with the theocracy, I can become the strongest here with 5 strength. So I decided to do that instead of the monarchy. Will cost me the advantage of having any extra civil actions from the monarchy, but I think with Joan of Arc, having this theocracy is pretty reasonable. Maybe Chess wants to push here. He has Confucius, and we do open the border conflict immediately, so paid off quite nicely here, giving me 3 extra rocks. Iron then, the last copy picked up by MBB Chess, who's gonna increase or upgrade that 2 times, as well as grab cartography, so Columbus and cartography in his hand, but for now he just keeps Aristotle. Saladin for Grotz, he's gonna elect him, build another knight, and upgrade that last iron. Building one more stage of Stonehenge and grabbing Breakthrough. Still not finishing his wonder, but he has gotten quite enough science through other means. Furia now gets the Raiders opened, so Chess and Furia will lose some resources of food, and then Furia slowly starts building up the first alchemy with Gutenberg, of course, and one more iron. And then also grabbing the Himeji, so Colossus and Himeji, he is getting these strength wonders here. But I'm still the strongest on my turn. Of course, I see the top card with Joan of Arc, decide to push that rebellion, and we get the historic territory, which, well, Chess and Furia don't want. I will take it for just Roria, so that's relatively cheap. I will grab irrigation, develop that, and upgrade 1, which will leave me with corruption, so that is pretty sad that I don't have the highest production, but I will still have that corruption. Could have increased population, maybe rebuild one of those warriors, but I didn't want to get left standing without any food options, and this was the last irrigation. And all alchemies are gone as well. So yeah, if we look at my production, if I hadn't gotten the irrigation, I would have had to stay on all basic technologies, all on H1, HA. I wouldn't have gotten any from H1, so I decided I want that irrigation, even though it is on 2 civil actions and I will have corruption here. I decided that it's important that I get at least 1 H1 tech. We get 1 more science from MBB Chess here, opened. As he pushes, he grabs Swordsman, will develop that, and I guess build 1 or maybe upgrade so he's no longer the weakest. Grabs Drama and reserves as well, upgrades 2 times, so now we are the weakest for now. Grotz will push, and we get the Rats. Ooh, 5 food lost, yeah, that's pretty bad. I just spent so much on getting that irrigation, wanted to at least have the food. Now all of that food is gonna be gone. Grotz is gonna finish Stonehenge, gonna build another knight, and yeah, he has the heavy cavalry, so he's going up to 11 strength, grabs theology and swordsman as well. There's a code of laws, I would love to have that, but I think Furia hasn't got one either yet. We will open the foray, so sadly I'm no longer one of the 2 strongest. Could have taken some nice food here, but Grotz and MBB Chess will get that. Knights by Furia. We'll develop those and build a knight to go up to 9 strength. Is he gonna... Oh, that means he's not gonna take... He is gonna take the code, yeah. So no code of laws for me, which is really sad, because I'm sitting on 16 science here, so yeah. Not much good coming from having the science and not spending it. Also, once again, corruption issues, because I lost all of my food. I can't increase pop and build something, so I would have had corruption again. I solved this, kinda, by going for theology, I think. Even though I don't need the happy faces, at least I will get extra strength from Joan of Arc, and I will get out of corruption. But yeah, now having too many happy faces, so not really the greatest start, as we will go into H2 very soon. Which one didn't really favor me too much. Chess here grabs the monarchy, can develop that. Also went for that very late Columbus, so he had Confucius still. If 1 more card would have been gone, the age would have been over and he would have lost him, but perfect time for him here with that late switch into Columbus. Frugality grabbed and rich land grabbed for him as well. I think he has a very strong position, especially if he has a good colony to get with Columbus. having good rocks, good science, and well, the colonies can give him food or a great yellow bank. It is I keep one more yellow cube from Hippocrates, so that is one thing that you can quite often overlook. It does give me an advantage in the coming ages that I have these yellow cubes, so at least something going for me. Grotz is not gonna push because he has no cards, so he can't play politics. He's gonna go for some alchemy, so 4 science production, 10 in the bank, then urban growth for him, and still sitting on 11 strength. 1 more science, so quite a lot of science here for everybody. And Conmon grab by Faria. I really would have loved to get that myself, but it's incredibly good for Faria. He can go for that next turn and solve all of his action problems. So good pick up for him. And then it's my turn. I am the weakest. Of course, I see the top card, so I can decide to still push something like Cultural Influence or something. But whatever I see, I don't want to get that out right now. And then with going for 1 increased population, I can build that warrior. But yeah, doesn't look like the greatest turn. Again, grab the Witch Land, grab the Engineering Genius, 2 H1 cards, which isn't really what I want. I only have 4 civil actions, so grabbing H1 cards from those isn't really my game plan at the moment. Chess offers me the Open Borders Agreement, and I will accept. I'm not really in any danger from him. I have quite a lot of military actions, but I guess I will take more to keep more cards in hand. Also gives me easy options to defend if Grotz should attack. Chess now wants more science, grabs the Harvard College here. Can build yet another swordsman, upgrade 1 more iron, and grab the cannons, so getting that very important technology here. And having the option to go for his next wonder. Grotz now has to fix happy faces, so he will do exactly that. Go for an H1 temple, grabs warfare to get at least, oh no, grabs warfare to have the option to go for the 3rd military action, which is really, really important, but decides to grab cannons instead, so there's only 1 more cannon left. And there's riflemen and cavalrymen, so maybe I can pick up some of those technologies, because there's a chance I won't get cannons. Faria now goes for that all-important constitutional monarchy, finishes Imeji, is going to go up to 11 strength and grabs those riflemen. So I think I definitely should try and get the cavalrymen. I have a lot of science. I think it would be wise not to go for the Republic. I have so many military actions. I think that's what I'm going to do. At least I hope so. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I do. Alright, yeah. So I grab the Republic, still have 4 military actions, which is really good. One problem might arise at some point. 1 military action is from the Open Borders, the other one is from Joan of Arc, so at the end of H1 I will have military action problems. But it's still early, we still have 40 cards in H2, so for quite a long while I will be very happy with having this Republic. I have no happy face issues, even if I lose the Theocracy, so I like this quite a lot. And then yeah, I do pick up the Cavalryman and will develop that as well as build 1. Sadly, I don't fulfill the tactic. I think I got rid of my medieval army at some point. I did copy the phalanx before I got rid of that of the Theocracy to be military action efficient. So I have the tactic now. Maybe next turn I can build 1 more warrior and then become quite strong. But I also pick up my own tactic. Sadly, not the one I would really look for. Having that Napoleonic army means I need cannons. And probably riflemen, which I'm very unlikely to get. MBB Chess now gets his colony. It's going to be the vast territory, so yeah, he fixes his food or yellow bank. Finishes that Harvard College up to 7 science production and grabs the wave of nationalism. Still looking really, really good for him here. Great science, good rocks and everything. Grotz now is going to open uncertain borders. I am sadly the weakest, so you lose 1 yellow cube. which also means, this really sucks, which means I can't increase population next turn, which gives me once again some issues with corruption. So really unfortunate for me here. Grotz is gonna grab selective breeding and can upgrade both of his farms, so he solves his food. And then Faria is gonna go next. And oh, gives me another pact. So one advantage, when you are perceivable one of the weaker players or have one of the weaker positions in the game, people will often give you the pacts. So I will be producing 1 extra food and Furia is gonna get extra rocks. So I'm sitting on 2 pacts now, which were offered to me. So that is, this can sometimes be a nice comeback mechanism. Furia is then gonna go for Gaudi. Increase population and go for 1 bread and circuses, as well as grabbing the engineering genius. And now there's an option for me. There's what, there's coal, and I don't have iron. So this is really a nice position for me to maybe get that. I will push, we get the rebellion, but nobody has any discontent workers, so nothing will happen. And then I grab the coal, I grab what, I can elect him, go for the coal. I still have that rich land, so I can upgrade 1 and even a second one thanks to that rich land. So up to 7 rock production, still pretty early, so I will gain quite a lot of rocks on this. Of course, this means I don't really get any more use out of what, but he's done quite a lot here, and it can be used in H3 to get the oil. But yeah, I will be pretty weak. Thankfully, I have a lot of defend cards, so I'm not really too worried. But of course, now I'm also down to just 3 military actions, but we won't be worried about aggressions because we have to worry about this war over technology from chess. Just gonna go for Catherine. Maybe even cannons. Can use the wave now to build 2 cannons. He also has the defensive army. He's gonna get really, really strong. Goes for cartography, but no defensive army. Imagine if he had a defensive army here. He gets 2 from the 2 fighting bands, and he would be getting 12 from those 2 defensive armies, so he would be at 27. Luckily, he's only at 17. But that's still quite a lot more than I have. I'm sitting on 5 here. Grotz is gonna push. We get 1 more science. Republic for Grotz. He has that warfare, which, yeah, I like seeing him develop that to get his 3rd MA. Disbands Aurora. We'll build 1 more knight, 2 more knights. Perhaps urban growth, patriotism, and floats 1 civil action. He's going quite heavily into these knights. I guess next turn he can build another one, fulfill the tactic again. And with that 2 extra strength from Saladin, he's making sure that Catherine won't steal 1 yellow cube from him. So that seemed very important to him. So he's going up to 17. Next turn he's going to go up quite some more. Inhabited territory comes out. Grotz doesn't want to bid for it, doesn't want to become weaker. Sadly, Faria wins this and not MBB Chess. I would have loved for MBB Chess to send some units away for that. But Faria takes this for Aurora and some cards. And then he grabs the Ocean Liner service and builds a Rifleman to go up to 14. And then next turn he's gonna get the Ocean Liner. So also great position for him here, as I now will have to worry about this this war. But we do have the strategy that does come down. So I'm gonna go up to 8 strength with that. Gonna build a cavalryman, and I can show my tactic. The other one that I have drawn, the Conquistador, so up to 14 I will go. So it won't be really all that bad. I will lose 3 signs to chess here. I will lose a yellow cube because chess is probably gonna steal that. So it's not great, but it's okay. I can't do math. 5 stolen. Why did he steal 5? We have some. Oh, we still have our open borders agreement. I forgot about that. Yeah, see, you can't forget about that. He steals 2 more because we have these open borders. It doesn't only apply to aggressions, but also to the war. I think, yeah, maybe I regret that, but still having the extra military action was kind of useful at some position. So it's okay. Still going down to 0 science is never great. Select breeding and rich land grabbed by chess. Of course, he did go for that yellow cube steal from Catherine. 29 science for him. Rod's open scientific breakthrough, so I do get some of that science back, but look at MBB chess, 7 more science, so he's sitting on 36 now. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Maria Theresa now picked up by Grotz, who will go for that. Wants to switch tactics apparently, can increase pop, is got a, not, okay. Gonna disband a knight, that's quite expensive, I don't really like that. He doesn't really have the military actions to do this easily. It costs him 3 rocks. I would have preferred for him to increase population, maybe just build that extra knight, become the strongest for now. I'm sure it has downsides with Maria Theresa, but this doesn't feel great. I guess he might want to copy my Conquistadors, but you don't want to really copy Conquistadors. You get 5 strength. For the heavy cavalry you get 4 for the same amount of units. He would have saved going for those swordsmen, so I don't like this transition. It's not a good transition really. Korea will finish the ocean liner, so he gets free population every turn. He's gonna go get that code of laws going finally and grabs journalism as well as that last copy of the cannons. But yeah, I don't necessarily need those cannons anymore. I have a bad tactic, but I do have a tactic in those conquistadors. I will upgrade my last mine, increase pop, grab another wonder in the Statue of Liberty, which I can also use the Engineering Genius for, so that won't get discarded at the end of the age, which is going to be soon. And yeah, this really great wonder for me, Statue of Liberty, is gonna give me 2 culture production. Gonna fix my happy faces and yellow bank a little bit. Remember, I still only lose 1 yellow cube at the end of the age, so it'll be quite nice to get 3 more here. Especially because I don't have the highest food production, just sitting on that those irrigation. And then I pick up a great tactic, a lot better than the current one that I have in those hussars. Hussars will give me 4 strength for these 2 units. Currently I get 5 or even only 3 because I don't have the upgraded rifleman yet. So yeah, hussars very good in my position with these 2 cavalrymen I already have. So really nice. Chess opens Pestilence. He doesn't really have any food problems, or population problems, so not bad for him. Will now go for even more food and organized religion, because yeah, he's gonna have happy face issues at some point if he doesn't do this. I'm gonna go back up to 38 science. It's gonna be really important for MBB chess to get an H3 government form as quickly as possible, and very important for everybody else to deny that. I mean, I'm in the prime position. I do have quite a lot of civil actions, so I can try and always deny these H3 governments. If chess gets an early democracy or something, it's gonna look very, very tough, because he has good food, good works, good science. The one thing he doesn't really have such a big advantage, but is still fine with 6 and 5, is those actions. So I hope we can deny him some more of those as we go into H3. I will of course lose that open borders agreement, so 1 less military action, but thankfully I do have the strategy. And then yeah, I regain 1 of those yellow cubes. Grotz will build that extra sword. See, now he has to copy that. That was so expensive. He had to spend the knight, go for the swordman, had to copy the conquistadors now, so he's missing 2 H3 military card draws. And not really for a big gain. He could have just had 6 knights, would have saved him science. So yeah, I think he misplayed that a little bit. He's gonna grab reserves, frugality, opera, increase population once, goes for the opera and can build 1, so 5 culture production. if we look at the culture overall, pretty close. I actually have the highest, but production-wise, everybody is quite low at the moment. No big culture production in H2. For that, there was just too much military play going on. Korea now opens the cultural influence, but as I said, we don't really have such big production differences. Journalism for Korea. There's military theory. I really hope, yeah, he grabs that. Very, very good. I think that chess is not gonna get that. I mean, I would have probably denied that as well, but it's even better if Korea does it. Churchill for me. I will elect him. I mean, what was good, but he doesn't give him anything anymore at this point. Churchill is just universally good. Just gives me something, even if it's just 3 culture production. And then I will finish the Statue of Liberty, get up to a 7 culture production, build 1 more cavalryman to be military action efficient, grab breakthrough revolutionary ideas, so more of that science. So after losing quite a bit of science, especially compared to my production, now with revolutionary idea and breakthrough looking quite good. Civil unrest, but once again, nobody is discontent. And then we get an early oil for chess. He can develop that and upgrades 1 and 2, so 12 production. He did omit the communism for this. I mean, it's only communism, it's not perfect for him. We will see if he still gets it next turn, then that would be great for him. I think it might also get denied. And then we get the Cold War, and luckily I am the 2nd strongest here. So I will get 6 more science, which is really, really good for me. Grotz will deny that military theory. So both of those are gone. Chess is not going to get one of those. Grotz is going to go for another theater. Develop that military theory, so 27 strength from him. Korea now can grab the first air forces that come out. He's going to develop a cannon. Build that. Does he have defensive army? We know that he doesn't have Napoleonic army because we had that. Grabs movies, engineering. So people are looking at things to do, looking at military, looking at culture production. Communism on 1. Democracy is okay. With that, I can't deny both democracy, so maybe chess will get one of those. But first we have the international negotiations, where I can decide what chess has to give Grotz. And I will decide that it will be 3 rocks. I mean, chess has more than enough science. Doesn't really need all the food, so I decide to just take away the rocks. And then I will go for democracy. I still have that Acropolis. So with that, it's only costing me 13 science. I have the revolutionary ideas. I just got the Cold War. So 11 culture production for me now. Then I decide I want even more. Oh, I want to, not even more, I don't really have that much. I want to get some science production and even go for some upgraded strength. I think I did not use, no, I did not use Churchill for the cavalryman. I guess I could have done that, saving 3 rocks. I do have quite a bit of production, but I decided to take the 3 culture instead. But yeah, going up to 24, making sure that I can defend and I'm not the weakest, as that were a hybrid war, which could be interesting. And then chess goes to communism instead of democracy, as well as modern infantry. I guess democracy maybe wouldn't have been enough military actions for him. He doesn't get military theory, so maybe I could have denied him communism. I thought he would go for democracy, but I guess he is pretty weak. And if he goes for a new leader and won't have Catherine anymore, with democracy he would have gone down to just 3 military actions. But yeah, he goes for communism instead. Some happy face issues because of that. Maybe he's gonna grab computers. He has 2 unhappy workers, 20 strength. 20 rocks as well. Grotz now going for Chaplain. Yeah, that's a good pickup for him. Gonna grab tanks. Gonna upgrade his knights to tanks. He's probably at some point gonna copy my hussars again. I know I'm repeating myself, but if he'd stayed on heavy cavalry, he could have easily switched into this. But I mean, that's hindsight. But still, it's gonna be funny that he has to switch so often, which at this point isn't so bad anymore. He has the military theory now, so switching isn't such a big problem. He's gonna grab 2 patriotisms. He's gonna have so many military actions. Can even upgrade 1 more here. He is looking dangerous, very, very dangerous. Even gonna stay with Maria Theresa and not go for Chaplain at the moment. Maria has drawn a tactic from H3. He's gonna get the positional army up to 31, and he also has the air forces and military theory. Doesn't have quite enough science, but if he grabs revolutionary idea, he could muster both of those next turn. So he is definitely looking quite strong. He's gonna destroy a knight, go for religion. So 9 culture black for him. Gonna grab Fleming, can go for Fleming movies and has that library already. Urban growth. He's getting quite a lot of stuff here. Engineering genius as well. Yeah, not looking bad, not looking bad. It's my turn again. I play the input of science, actually. We get the independence declaration, and chess has to lose the vast territory. That is a bad, bad territory to lose. Look at his yellow bank at the moment. And then imagine what happens if he loses 3 more yellow cubes. He's gonna have a lot of unhappy workers. Thankfully for him, he has the organized religion, but yeah, it's not really what you want to build at the moment. I guess there's pro sports, that's gonna be okay for him. Could even think about denying that. Let's see what else I will do. I grab the air forces. I will develop those air forces with Churchill. Then I can build one going up to 33. Upgrade 1 more lab and grab the revolutionary idea. So no civil action to spare to grab the professional sports. Let's see if MBB Chess will rely on that. He is going to show tactic. He has a new one as well. He has the entrenchments, so he's going to show that. And then, yeah, look at his happy faces. He is going to grab the pro sports, develops 1, can build that and be fine. Yeah, that's actually not too bad for him. Gonna grab the last air forces, so very strong for him as well. The only one without any air forces is going to be Grotz. So Grotz was looking dangerous, but I think without air forces, I mean, he will switch tactics into Hussars. Hussars with tanks isn't all too bad, but it can't really compete against positional armies or entrenchments with air forces. I don't think he's looking too dangerous anymore. Okay, maybe Chess does his production, and then Grotz is gonna push. We get the refugees. Thankfully, I'm not the weakest, but Chess is the strongest, so good for him, just becoming the strongest in the last turn. Grotz still has so many resources in his hand, but he only has 4 production here as well. He's gonna play patriotism and go for cannon. His military composition is all over the place. I mean, he's gonna go for 2 cannons as the mechanized army. Alright. Which is a good one. His problem is that he has so many dead units, or units that don't fit into his mechanized army. 2 swordsmen, a knight, 3 tanks. You only need 2 tanks and 4 cannons probably. I guess you can destroy 2 swordsmen and put them into cannons. At some point he will be fine. He's gonna go for fundamentalism. I guess if he's attacked, that might be useful. I just don't really see him in the position where he can attack somebody against air forces and everything. Against Himeji from Korea, against Churchill from me, against Chess with his oil. Korea now is gonna go with the first air force, 46 with just 5 units. While Kraus has quite a lot more units. I mean, he has to still optimize his military, then he will be looking more better, I was about to say. But yeah, Fourier grabs the rockets, has the internet, is the strongest for now. I'm the weakest. I will still push, and we get the popularization of science, 7 and 7 for me and Chess. I can grab the tanks here as well, develop those as well to get the upgraded Hussars upgrade, build an air force, upgrade 1 and 2, so up to 48. I'm the strongest now. Grab the pro sports and mechanized agriculture. Could be nice, mechanized agriculture with the impact of agriculture. So yeah, not too many yellow cards, sadly. There's reserves, the military build-up here, but they don't really fit my civil action, or I couldn't really fit them in grabbing those. I'm still the one with the most culture by yeah, quite a bit against chess, for example, 40 extra culture. And then even Fourier, I have 20 more and I still have the highest production. So I kind of stabilized with, I guess, the Statue of Liberty, and then that early democracy was pretty nice to get the culture lead here. And I think what was very important as well, as we see chess opening the wealthy territory. And Grodz, I mean, Grodz has a lot of units to spare. We definitely saw that. And it's going to be a warrior and, or a swordsman and a tank. I guess he doesn't really need too many tanks. Yeah, I guess, I mean, it would have been perfect if he could have sent the knight and 2 swordsmen instead. But he wasn't able to do that, so he had to send 1 tank. So not optimal for him. Still has 2 units he didn't really want to keep. But still getting, I guess it's also only the wealthy. But for transitioning it can be nice, even though he doesn't really have enough food to do the best transitions. As we will see, chess grab that Empire State, go for Einstein, elect Einstein, and then maybe go for computers or multimedia. Develops multimedia, develops architecture, and goes for that. Quite nice 13 science production from him now. He's gonna copy the tactic, the positional army, so he's going up to 40 strength. So he is stronger than Grodz, and weaker than me and Fourier. I think if someone is gonna go for war, it's gonna be Fourier. I mean, it's gonna be the last round, or next is gonna be the last, so chess can't go for any more wars. Grodz isn't really ready for war. Don't know who he could attack. Fourier, probably also not. No, he doesn't have any more potential, really. The only thing, I mean, he can't even go for the military theory, so no, there's not going to be a war from him. I had the option for war. I guess I could go for 2 more cavalrymen, which isn't really all that much. Maybe if Grodz isn't careful, I can go for war against Grodz. But I think in a defensive fashion, Grodz still has too much. But let's see. Let's see what Grodz will do in his turn here. He's going to destroy a knight, destroy the swordsman, and build 2 cannons, so he's going up to 47. Still has quite a lot of reserves. Going to go for chaplain. 1 more theater, grabs another reserves, and movies. I mean, there's a Hollywood still. How are the wonders looking? We have the Hollywood, it's the only wonder left. And I don't have one in building, so yeah, I missed the wonders. Everybody else has the option to go for one. I can't go for the Hollywood, so I will have to find something else to do in my last couple of turns. So that's not ideal. Fourier now will start us into H4. I of course keep 1 yellow cube. I lose the international trade agreement. And Fourier is gonna go for international tourism with chess. Okay, so chess has 2 wonders. Fourier has 3, so it's kind of a fair deal because Fourier has 1 more turn to do the production. And then Fourier has some heavy face issues. He's gonna build 1 theater, 1 movies. Go for another bread and circus, 15 culture production from him. Grabs reserves and satellites. So we can develop those satellites as well. I mean, he doesn't have enough science to go for military theory. The thing that he does have is the Amechi, so it's super hard to attack him here. If I'm still looking for that war. Alternatives, I do have the input of agriculture. I still have the mechanized, so I could just go for a lot of food production, which would also benefit me because I would take away the highest food count from the Empire State Building that chess has, so he wouldn't score those 9 points. And I still think war could be hard. I guess I could go for the hybrid war against someone. Just like a tactical hybrid war, go for 1 pro sports and then upgrade my cavalryman. But there's still quite a lot of danger. Grots, for example. If he really wanted, use both of his reserves for rocks and then put everything into military, he can get another army. So let's see what I will do here. I will just push the Emperor of Agriculture. The Politics of Strength, I guess. Yeah, that now gives 5 culture to Furia, cost 3 for maybe chess. I mean, if you're looking at who is going to be the contestant for the win, I mean, I don't think I'm in a bad position, even though it didn't look good after H1. I think I really stabilized in H2, so I have the highest culture. I don't have bad impacts. What I don't have is a wonder, but I still have the culture lead because I get 1 more production here, of course. Furia isn't looking bad with his high culture count, high production for next turn, and then that internet. One problem he has is the food. He needs the reserves to finish the internet, then it doesn't get any extra food. And maybe chess is looking very dangerous as well. Gets a good Empire State. I mean, he has rocks, science, and food at the moment. I think I can take away food, then his Empire State isn't that good, but he still has really good impacts as well. And then Grots, I think he has quite a lot of weak impacts, so I don't think he's too strong in contesting the win here. So let's see what else I will do. I do go for that Empire State, for that Pro Sports. Destroy my religion to go for that. Grab a revolutionary idea. And grab a efficient upgrade. I guess it's a little bit dangerous to push the input of agriculture already. I don't think I like what I did here, to be honest. I could have managed without going for the pro sports. And I do become the strongest here, which is nice. But I don't get the highest food production, so I don't take that away from chess. So I think that would have been wise, and I maybe shouldn't have pushed at all, but waited till next turn. Yeah, that probably would have been wiser, because now there's a chance that the input of agriculture comes out before I'm able to upgrade my mechanized agriculture. So we will see if chess pushes here. He will. We get the input of colonies, 0, 3, 3, and 3. Not the biggest colony game, as we said, and then yeah, Empire State building for 27. It could have been 9 less if I had gone for the food last turn, maybe. But there's not much else for chess to do. Gets computers, grabs away the Hollywood, because he's kind of mean, but yeah, I guess so. Grots would have liked to do that, but chess will deny that. Good move by him. Disbands a couple of units. Goes up to 39 strength, copies the tag to 45 strength, still the weakest though, so if there's a bit of strength, that won't help him. Also a lot of food floated, he also isn't that great in Input of Happiness. Grots is open, the Input of Happiness indeed, so 8, 16 for Grots, that's a good one for him, 12 and 10. So I guess if I hadn't gone for the pro sports, maybe I would have had a bad Input of Happiness, so yeah, that's one advantage, not going for mechanized agriculture. And then Grots is gonna go for movies. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 18 culture production, 50 strength. And that's gonna be it for him. I mean, he does overtake chess with this. Yeah, he does overtake him with this. But as I said, I think chess has a lot of good impacts. Korea doesn't push, which is good for me, because again, if now the input of agriculture would come out, I wouldn't really have too much to do in my next turn. Korea is gonna finish that internet. Where did he get the food from? I want to see that again. Where did he get the food? Plays reserves for food. Oh, he's still at Engineering Genius. Alright, I didn't see that. He had Engineering Genius, so he didn't need the reserves to finish the internet. I could do it with the Engineering Genius, food for reserves for food, scores 19 with the internet. I mean, that's not all that much. That's okay. Better than none that I get. Denies the last technology, and that's gonna be it for him. He's gonna get quite ahead of chess with 30 points. So maybe Fourier here was the biggest opponent after all. I don't get any wonder. I do get the food, can upgrade 1, 2, increase pop and build another one, so we'll have a very big input of agriculture. So really fortunate that that didn't come out. So I think I did a misplay, but turned out quite okay. Input of science, 5, 10, 0 and 15 for chess, so he will overtake Grotz in this, and all of this is really close. So as I said, I think Grotz has the least favorable position, he doesn't have the best impacts, and it's going to be quite interesting to see us three here battling it out. Bit of government, 18, 23 from me, and 21 for MBB chess, so it's getting quite close, especially here on top. Next up we have a bit of agriculture, and with that I will easily overtake Fourier. He only has a 1. And it's also getting quite close here, so Fourier really suffering from the input of agriculture, losing 18 culture points between me and him in that 1 impact. Industry 9, 6, 12, so with that chess is getting closer and closer to Fourier. 2 more impacts to come. Culture 0 from me, 10, 5 and 15. So Fourier takes small lead over chess again, and is also not far below me. I mean, 10 points for him, 0 for me means he's almost made up for that input of agriculture again. But the last impact is gonna be balance, 14 to 2 to 14 for chess, so he will overtake Fourier, but I will take the win here over chess and Fourier, and also Grotz. I mean, even that was really close, 176 to 183. All of this really close. Great game. I mean, what can you expect? We are far in the World Championships. All of these have proven themselves in 6 or 5 prior rounds. So yeah, naturally all of these know what they are doing, and this is a great result. A great, exciting game. Hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. I'm not gonna go not gonna show my current standings in the tournament. I might cover another game. Let me know if you enjoyed this one and want to see more. But yeah, I don't want to show the results. It's not finished, so I can't say if I advance or not, but if I cover more games, I don't want to spoiler any of them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys next time.